Transfer News Live. Liverpool hope for Isak breakthrough. Arsenal near Hincapie deal. Gahey latest. The end of the transfer window is almost here with just a couple of days left for deals to be done, and the Alexander Isak saga still rumbling. The want-away Newcastle forward has spent much of the summer angling for a move to Liverpool to no avail. But could there be a late twist? Newcastle have secured one striker signing in Nick Woltmade and remain interested in Jon Wissa of Brentford. A double deal that may yet mean they are able to be persuaded to part with Isak if Liverpool come in with a fresh bid that now seems likely. Mark Gahey could be another transfer target that they revisit. Elsewhere, a potentially pivotal summer at Arsenal may not be finished just yet. Piero Hincapie may bolster Mikel Arteta's defensive resources before the window closes. Chelsea are also still hoping to be busy, with Facundo Buonanot perhaps following fellow Argentine Alejandro Garnacho to the club. Xavi Simons has headed elsewhere, though, with his move to Tottenham sealed on Friday night, but Manchester United are likely to hold on to Kobbie Mainoo with the midfielder told to fight for his place. Alexander Isak to Liverpool transfer latest. Done deal claim, deal timeline and fee details. Liverpool continue to be linked with want-away striker Alexander Isak as he faces a race against time to leave Newcastle United. The 25-year-old has reportedly made it clear that he will not play for the Magpies again after being left angered by his treatment at St. James Park. The Reds have already seen a £110 million bid rejected by the North East club for their second most expensive signing. However, parts appear to be moving with the first piece of the puzzle being completed with Nick Woltmade completing a £65 million move from VfB Stuttgart. Newcastle are said to want two strikers, while Liverpool face questions over whether they will further reinforce their squad as they look to successfully defend their Premier League title. Alexander Isak is a done deal. Footballer-turned-broadcaster Jan-Åge Fjørtoft has claimed that Isak's move to Liverpool is a done deal. The Norwegian reporter outlined that nothing is expected before Newcastle play their final Premier League fixture before the international breakaway at Leeds United. Nick Woltmade, who became the Magpies' new record signing, will not be involved after his deal was completed after the deadline for registrations. Fjørtoft claimed that the fee will be £130 million, £20 million less than what has been quoted as Newcastle's asking price throughout the summer. He adds that the move is likely to happen very soon. Wolves close to new striker amid Strand Larsen interest. There are a host of transfer dominoes that may still have to fall. One of which involves Wolves and their striker Jørgen Strand Larsen, who is a target for Newcastle, but the Midlands club have already rejected 2 bids for his services. However, they may be preparing a succession plan if the Norwegian leaves. According to Fabrizio Romano, Wolves are close to signing Tolu Arakader after agreeing a €27 million, £23 million, deal with Genk. The forward is set to complete his medical with the move progressing. Alexander Isak confident of Liverpool bid. TalkSport's Alex Crook reported that Isak is confident that a dream move to Liverpool will happen before Monday. However, there has been no new bid and Liverpool reportedly do not intend to pay anywhere near £130 million. Liverpool likely to make £120 million Isak bid. Meanwhile, Dominic King of the Daily Mail has rebuffed claims that a £130 million deal had been agreed and the clubs aren't in talks. He has suggested that Liverpool may only have one deal done before Monday's deadline, and that is Kostas Tsimikas to AS Roma. It has been reported that there is a significant chance there will be no arrivals. Daily Mail's Craig Hope added that talks are yet to resume, but when they do, the offer is likely to be £120 million. Newcastle are still pushing for a striker after Woltmade completed his record-breaking switch. Jon Wissa and Strand Larsen will reportedly not feature. Alexander Isak to Liverpool deal is done, as mega transfer fee mentioned. A bombshell update has landed in the Alexander Isak to Liverpool saga, as a fee has now reportedly been agreed between the 2 Premier League clubs. With just days left before the transfer window slams shut for the year, the Reds could have finally made a breakthrough in their pursuit of Isak. Despite signing Hugo Ekitike, Liverpool have remained eager to bring Isak to Anfield to take their attack to the next level. Now, according to a huge new report, Newcastle have finally agreed to do business with their rivals. despite the ongoing narrative throughout the summer that Isak is not for sale. Liverpool agree deal for Alexander Isak. According to former Norway international and media figure Jan Åge Fjørtoft, a deal for Isak is done. The Norwegian, who is linked with Viaplay and ESPN, has taken to social media with the bombshell claim that a fee has been agreed between Liverpool and Newcastle and a transfer is likely to happen. Understand Isak deal is done. Newcastle away at Leeds tonight, so nothing expected before that, I am told. Fee expected to be around £130 million. Isak to Liverpool likely to happen very soon, Fjørtoft wrote. Multiple reports suggested Liverpool would return with a follow-up bid for Isak, having seen their initial £110 million attempt rejected. The £130 million figure reported by Fjørtoft is one that many fans will have heard in recent weeks as an improved effort from the Reds. David Ornstein has also discussed the ongoing transfer saga and said that following Newcastle's record signing of Nick Woltmade, it is looking increasingly likely that Isak will complete a move to Anfield before the window closes. David Ornstein Alexander Isak to Liverpool update. Ornstein revealed there is the growing expectation of Isak's departure from St. James Park. The Sweden international has made it clear that he does not see his future at Newcastle, having taken himself away from the rest of the team in recent weeks. You would expect him, Woltmade, to lead the line in some shape or form. Newcastle are still looking on the market. They retain an interest in Jørgen Strand Larsen and Jon Wissa, and the conditions of an Isak sale were always getting a couple of replacements or reinforcements in, and also whatever money would come from Liverpool needed to meet their satisfaction, Ornstein said. We've heard this £150 million figure. If it happens, we don't know what it might end up at. Liverpool have been sort of sat back from this, letting it unfold. They made their £110 million bid, and they haven't come back in with a new offer, but their interest remains firm. Crucially, we understand, he is determined to move to Liverpool, and that hasn't diminished at all. So naturally, we could see this evolving. Ornstein was then asked where he sees Isak playing for the rest of this season, to which he responded, I think it's looking increasingly like Liverpool, but still a lot needs to happen for that to take place. So you cannot rule out him staying at Newcastle. But even at St. James Park, there's a growing expectation that a move to Liverpool could happen. Newcastle confirmed transfer decision as Liverpool primed for Alexander Isak move. Liverpool have been handed a fresh boost in their pursuit of want-away striker Alexander Isak as Newcastle United confirmed the signing of Nick Woltmade from VfB Stuttgart. The Magpies have landed their first attacking signing since Anthony Elanga, ending their summer-long pursuit of reinforcements. Eddie Howe's side have struggled during the transfer window, missing out on João Pedro, Hugo Ekitike and Benjamin Sesko, who turned down a move to the northeast in favor of other teams in the Premier League. Newcastle have, though, beaten Bayern Munich to the signing of the 23-year-old with the fee in the region of £65 million. It marks the latest twist in Isak's transfer saga after the want-away striker doubled down on his intention to leave the Magpies following Liverpool interest. Throughout the summer, Newcastle were said to require 2 attacking additions before contemplating the sale of the Swede. In signing Woltmade, they not only have broken their transfer record, previously set by signing 25-year-old Isak, but opened the door to Liverpool signing the forward. Magpies boss Howe said, We're delighted to get Nick's signing over the line so quickly. He fits the profile for exactly what we have been looking to add to our attacking options. He's strong in a lot of areas, he has great technical ability, and has proven himself to be a real threat in one of Europe's top leagues. But he's also still at an age where he has plenty of room to develop and grow here. Nick is a great character too, and we're really pleased to welcome him to the group. Should Arne Slot's side acquire the Sweden international, the deal is likely to exceed the British record despite reports claiming that Liverpool are unlikely to meet Newcastle's £150 million price tag. The Times reported earlier this week that the Reds' free run at the talisman will see Liverpool remain firm on spending £120 million for his services. It was claimed in the Daily Mail on Friday that it is looking increasingly likely that Isak will make the move to Anfield. Crystal Palace agree transfer for Mark Guéhi replacement amid Liverpool interest. Crystal Palace are closing in on a long-term replacement for Liverpool target Mark Guéhi, according to reports. The Reds have expressed an interest in the England international and Selhurst Park captain with his contract set to expire next summer, which will see him leave Oliver Glasner's side on a free transfer. Liverpool have already bolstered their side this summer after winning the race to sign Giovanni Leone from Parma. However, with Ibrahima Konate facing the end of his contract at the end of the season, the Reds find themselves in a similar predicament to Trent Alexander-Arnold's exit as he joined Real Madrid. Guéhi captained Oliver Glasner's side on Thursday as they booked their place in the UEFA Conference League group stage, where they will face AZ Alkmaar, Dynamo Kiev, KYPS Kuopio, Strasbourg, AEK Larnaca, and Shelbourne. However, the FA Cup holders face a fight to have the 25-year-old at their disposal for the first half of the campaign. And already, Palace are looking ahead with reports suggesting that the club have agreed a £23 million move for Toulouse defender JD Canvit. Ben Jacobs has claimed that the 19-year-old is viewed as a long-term replacement. Meanwhile, BBC Sport has reported that Glasner's side are trying to sign 2 central defenders before Monday's transfer deadline. It has been said that the double swoop for defensive reinforcements may unlock a move for the England international to join Arne Slot's side. While the report adds that Liverpool have received encouragement that Palace are prepared to sell Guéhi, which has led to their active search to strengthen their backline. Sporting CP's Ousmane Diomande, Manuel Akanji, and AS Roma's Evan Dicka have been named as potential targets, but it has been claimed that the Manchester City stopper has reservations over a move to Selhurst Park. Speaking on Friday, Glasner said, Guéhi, he has to be a Palace player when the window shuts. It is not possible to find a Mark Guéhi replacement who can play straight in the Premier League as a starter.